Works. Hey, all right. This is Sunday, the 23rd of January. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm here with JoJo. Say hi.
Hi, Daddy!
She's clearly loving me being home. um, I'll be here tomorrow on Monday on the 24th. See you guys then. Just took the last, again, like I told you guys in the first little video, took the last 8 days of school off to be with my youngest, who's taking a nap right now. Um, and so it was great to have time to get some paternity leave to do some what's called the baby bonding. Changed lots of diapers, took her to the beach a lot, got to hang out. Uh, yeah, lots of diapers. But it's great. It's a really nice time to be able to spend and connect with your kids. And it's great because I already have one who's a little older right here, who I get to kind of, yes, hang out with the tiniest one, but also get the chance to see the oldest one as well. Um, but this message is more for the parents. There's a few things that I wanted to. I don't know if the best way to do this is to say, maybe I'm definitely sympathizing with you on this as a parent, uh, but this message is definitely geared towards an audience of parents of kids in our classes. And so I hope you guys, if you're a student watching this, I hope you're doing great. I'll see you tomorrow. Feel free to send this to your parents. Uh, but for those of you who are like me and you have kids and they're in our classes, uh, gosh, we've been living through a pretty terrible last couple of years. We've been spending each and every day navigating this ever-changing virus, and it's threatening like our well-being, our livelihoods, with all these different waves, all these different variants. There's somebody, her name is Melinda Moyer. She's a contributing editor for Scientific American. I thought she had some really interesting ways of putting it, um, and some questions that she's just like, hey, look, as a parent, how do we navigate this? Um, because it's really hard. I mean, it's very difficult to be a parent in this, and I uh, I definitely want to give you guys a little encouragement and some empathy, some sympathy, everything. I mean, this is huge. It's something that I'm going through, that my wife is going through, that our kids are obviously going through, and your kids are going through as well. And just trying to being expected to function normally, even though none of this is normal and none of the puzzle pieces in front of us fit together. How do we send our kids back to school when we can't find COVID tests? And so many teachers and so many students are sick. If you see the SUHSD dashboard, you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Um, and then how do we keep our kids at home if we have to be at work, if they're sick? How can we be good parents when we're also trying to be these good employees, teachers, nurses, playmates, chefs, therapists, spouses, everything that a parent kind of wraps into. And don't get me wrong, like in the pandemic, we have a lot of this is much better than it was. Um, it's much better than it used to be. The vaccines, we go, okay, cool. It's a it's a big relief, but also realistically at the same time we go, it's disorienting and kind of disheartening to reach the milestone of, hey, we're all vaccinated, awesome, cool, but life is still kind of the same. We're all still wearing masks. Vaccinated people are still getting sick. Kids are still being hospitalized, and now it's like even more kids are being hospitalized. At least with Omicron, it seems like most of them are doing fine, vaccinated or unvaccinated. It seems like we don't have this cure, right? This much anticipated uh, momentous horizon to look forward to for like things going back to normal at this moment. Seems like there's just more stress, right? There's more waiting for a new variant to mess everything up again, and some of the messages even that we're getting is just kind of contradictory. Uh, we're expected to go to work, but we're warned not to get COVID because the hospitals are nearly at capacity. Okay, you guys remember that? Well, it's happening again. Okay, cool. All right, well, we're told it's safe to send our kids to school, but all those COVID numbers rise every day, right? we're told to get vaccinated, but well, the vaccines don't really protect us from getting infected. I'm not advocating for not getting vaccinated. Please don't take that the wrong way. Uh, it is just something to be said for, hey, if we're vaccinated and still getting sick, still kind of a bummer. We're told to wear masks, but then Omicron is so contagious, they might not protect us. And what kind of mask is it? Is it a N95? Is it a KN95? All that stuff. Um, the thing is, like a lot of us parents, we don't really have too many choices or support really at all. Childcare for parents of little kids is almost impossible to find, and even those of us that find it are unfortunate to have it. Either like a daycare or preschool. Sometimes we hardly get to use it because there's so many different exposures, or they have to shut down for this, or everybody has to go get tested, and then you have to wait what a week or so now. I'm still waiting on a couple other tests for the littlest one. Luckily, I had a negative test, so I'm going to be coming back on Monday. So don't worry, I have a negative test. You guys are fine. Uh, but it's just something that we all have to navigate together. And I know it may sound like this whole um, speech thing is just like, oh man, that's such a bummer, Mr. Hill. What the heck? uh, the reason I'm saying is because it's reality, and it's something that we all have to deal with, and especially as parents, that we have to deal with and realize like we're not the only ones going through this. Like, please, 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 please understand that there's other people like you, like me, that are going through the same thing and trying to make these tough choices. And sometimes it feels like you're making a choice between what's bad and what's worse. And I know that when we have our kids and we invest so much time and energy and love into these little kids, that it's it's the world to us. um, and so thank you. And so I think it's something where hang in there, parents, and again, students, if you're still watching this, hang in there as well. Give your parents a hug because they deserve it. uh, Parents right now, you guys are the real MVP.